League that no longer exists. So the ECAC and Great Western merge. You got Penn State and UMass joining the Hofstra Delaware Towson Conference. That's the CAA. So radical shifts. To keep up with it, it's inside lacrosse.com. Conference realignment. I did a video piece on it last week. It's down at the lower half of their webpage.
And Quint, we should remind people that Inside Lacrosse had the final say on the selection process for those hoping to be the best of the best here at the Under Armour All-America Lacrosse game.
It starts with just a massive pool of players. They'll sit back in the office this week, actually, and start next year's selection.
That one rings the face mask of Fiore. A hard release from Chase Winter.
Physical,
ball down and
physical.
The defenders swarm.
I tell you, when that ball's on the ground and we bring you in tight to the action, you're going to see some stick swinging, some hitting. That's where all the dirty and physical play happens.
Howie Long drinking it all in on the sideline for the South. 10-9, they have the advantage over the North. The North has won all 3 previous meetings with the South in this Under Armour All-America Lacrosse game. Kevin Giblin on the prowl, coaching the South team. Giblin just completed his 21st season at Georgetown Prep. The winning percentage a mere .830. Good flash cut inside. And then on a second chance, Fanshawe finishes.
Get used to that sound here in Baltimore. Fanshawe will be playing at Loyola College. This kid is the maestro of the inside finish for Brian Kelly and the Calvert Hall Cardinals. Smart without the ball, presents a target. I love his fundamental stick work. If at first you fail, keep trying. Never quit inside, and he finishes that one out, rattling that one off the post.
American Standard, heating and air conditioning.
Folks, you're watching the Under Armour All-America Lacrosse game on ESPNU. Due to time constraints, we move ahead in our action. ESPNU's coverage of the 2009 Under Armour Lacrosse All-America game has been presented by Under Armour. Under Armour introduces its latest innovation, UA running footwear. 3 quarters complete with this Under Armour All-America Lacrosse game, and let's get you caught up with all the numbers.
Biggest differential after 3 quarters of face-offs. North is 118, and the South's only 1-8, and a lot of that credit goes to Tyler Narr out of LaSalle. He'll be playing at Georgetown next year.
He just got the advantage on Patrick Murray for another face-off win for the North, as this one is buzzed home on the run. Murphy got loose and finished.
Murphy does the easy work. Narr wins the draw. I tell you, this long pole out of Philadelphia making things happen. Murphy, good speed. Goaltender gets a piece. Doesn't see it in the whole way, but left-handed on the run. Stephen Murphy. But Tyler Narr really could be MVP of this game. 19 face-off wins right now. A year ago, college coaches would have told you he was the best long pole defender in the nation, then had an ACL injury. Kind of fought his way back into the lineup.
Dan Wigweiser in goal for the South, coming on for John Kemp at the half. And Wigweiser just made a nice stop there. But the North keeps possession, doing the honors with it. Joe Marasco, who's been a vital cog in the attack tonight. O'Reilly gets fenced in. Defense coming from Harry Previs as he connects with Jack Doyle. Doyle sprints, finds some room, and then sends it wide of A.J. Fiore, who came on in the second half for Nico Amato.
It's Tyler Narr. Parents Donna and Bowen. His dad owns a billiard store. Tyler wants to go into a career in the FBI or a related field and kind of fits the mold of a Georgetown defender. Tall, rangy, a guy like Barney Ehrman or Kyle Sweeney or Brody Merrill, three of the absolute best. And Dave Urick's always done such a wonderful job with defenders, Joe. Gives them the green light, the free reign to go out and just play to your strengths.
Stable's pretty full there at Georgetown on the back end with the likes of Eric McNeese and Chris Nixon still in town.
True, but if you can face off, you'll win your way onto the field, and that may be his initial ticket. You know, the type of young freshman, maybe he'll take a third of the face-offs next year.
Facing off with a long stick. We saw that prominently for Virginia and Chad Gaudette.
And it's an intricacy. It's an ideal second face-off guy to have because it's such a change of feel and a change of style.
The North team in the red, on the clear. As we just get moving, save totals. Team North closing in on 20 for the game. Split between Amato and Fiore. As you watch Greeley shake and bake. Away from White twice, behind the back, and just missed it to the far post.
You see the talent, the change of direction where Greeley drops really low, his hips drop low, and he's able to plant and turn quickly. Runs himself out of angle, but with some choreography from an offensive coordinator like Bob Benson, that's a guy who's going to be able to create separation.
We've been talking a lot about the North's Tyler Nahr. Let's hear from him. He's with Mark.
Talk about a guy earning his keep tonight, Tyler Nahr, an outstanding game facing off. A lot of face-off men the last couple years, Jake Dean of UMass, Chad Gaudette with the long pole. What advantages, disadvantages facing off with the long stick?
It definitely allows you to be more aggressive after the actual whistle and after the ball gets loose after the initial move. And it certainly helps with ground balls that extra 3 feet.
And playing that long stick midi position, the lineage of long stick middies, Barney Ehrman's there right now at Georgetown. Why the Hoyas, and how do you see yourself fitting in?
I mean, of course, like with Brody Merrill going there and Kyle Sweeney and then Barney Ehrman, I definitely looked into that, and then they've always been all my idols and stuff. And I can't wait to play with Barney Ehrman next year.
We're enjoying watching you play now, and another goal on the board, guys. It's a tight one.
Matt White gets his 4th mark, and this one was a gift.
Crossfield pass gone awry. White kind of playing free safety, picks it off, untouched, dances his way to 4 goals, and a 1-goal lead for the North.
White is the Tri-State Area Player of the Year. He hails from Richfield, Connecticut. Roy Colsey coached him in high school. And what would you imagine that he learned most from that former Syracuse great?
I think work ethic. Roy Colsey was a guy who for nearly a decade just worked harder than anyone in Major League Lacrosse, even at the college level. You know, so many of these guys, they look at the 6'2", 200, runs a 4.4, can score X amount of goals. The college coaches really want to know what's inside of you. They want to know what's in your heart. Do you love the sport? And a guy like Roy Colsey loved lacrosse, and I think he's passed that on to Matt White.
Back and forth these two teams go. The lead has changed hands 6 times, and we're back level again as the South tallies. They put some hands together for Patrick Murray.
Patrick Murray, Kent Denver, heading to Georgetown. I'll tell you, how about the Hoyas in this game? They're having a very, very good evening. Little flip pass by Marcus Holman, deflects to Murray, set your feet, shoot it off stick side. Key awareness there is, guess what hand the goaltender is? Fiore, 23 in red. He's a lefty. You got to recognize that as you hop step, and he puts it off stick side.
24, White gets the goal. Doesn't have to face a 24 in the red tonight. That's Jeff Fricaro, an Under Armour All-American who played at Port Washington High School. Out of this game with a torn ACL, but his accomplishments in college were just fantastic. As the fast break is put away, the South wasting no time, getting it in the hands of Brian Casey.
Little face-off win for the South. They've been dominated at the X, but they popped this one clean. It's Ferguson, comes up with the rock, and a little cherry picking goes a long way for Chapuka. Nice ball movement. Casey, another Georgetown product.
A 41 goal scorer this year at Georgetown Prep. Added another 30 assists just for giggles. The outside shot, Fiore has no answer. High heat coming from Marcus Holman. The South putting 3 points back to back to back.
Marcus Holman, a terrific mid-range shooter. Assist by Peter Baum. And you get to those hash marks, you know you're in the realm of being able to score a goal. Watch him set his feet, straight three-quarter arm release, puts the ball on target.
You and I had the chance, Q, to see North Carolina a couple times this year. I know that Bitter and Petracco are good. Can Marcus challenge the likes of Thomas Wood for playing time there?
I think so. If Joe Bresci plays to the strengths of Marcus Holman, you know, to me he's an ideal inside guy on extra man. He can be a time and space shooter his first year. You know, don't focus on him carrying the ball. He'll be more of a catch and shoot type guy his first year, and then let that role grow.
South offense starting to riddle A.J. Fiore. Landon Carr, the latest to strike.
Big night, Landon Carr. Bound from Maryland, from the state of Washington. And all of a sudden, the North defense on the ropes. 4 straight. Get a TO, baby.
The most points scored in an Under Armour All-America game, 20. In 2007, when the North doubled up the South 20-10. Tonight, the South at 16 and counting. As we duck away, we'll get you back to Towson, to Johnny Unitas Stadium in a moment for more of the Under Armour All-America Lacrosse game.
So you're saying these 10 candies represent our friends and family. The 10 people we can call, whatever network they're on, without using our minutes.
That's included. No extra cost.
Oh.
So then, excuse me, Sammy. This would be like the 80 million people on Verizon Wireless we can call too.
Yep, also included.
Don't eat Aunt Marcia!
Save minutes and money with Verizon Wireless. Unlimited calling to 10 out-of-network numbers, even landlines. Plus, get America's largest mobile-to-mobile calling family. And now buy an LG Glance for $49.99 and get up to 4 phones free.
Serena Williams will be put to the test as the 10-time Grand Slam winner faces 4th-ranked Yelena Demencheva for a spot in the final. Wimbledon ladies semifinal tomorrow, 7 a.m. on ESPN2.
Look at this.
This is my bottom line.
Everything I make minus every dollar I spend.
It's all right here. My bottom line is my business.
And Optimum Business understands that.
Call 1-866-580-1295 to get unlimited calling and high-speed internet for just $29.95 a month each.
They help me put a shine on my bottom line.
You'll save 50% or more over the phone company.
Running a business takes 2 things.
Dedication.
Hard work and Optimum Business. I guess that's 3 things, really.
No hidden fees.
No extra charges.
And no long-term contracts to sign. Thank you very much. This is my business. This is it. The long hours, the missed vacations, the hard work. All my beeswax is in this.
Saving 50% is great, but quality,
reliability,
value,
Optimum Business gets it.
From back here, I got a better view of my line, but I miss it.
Sounds silly, doesn't it?
Get unlimited calling and high-speed internet for just $29.95 a month each.
That's shiny.
Call 1-866-580-1295. Visit OptimumBusiness.com for details. Switch to Optimum Business today.
Bottom line is, this is my bottom line.
Some very good soccer to come. FIFA Confederations Cup concludes tomorrow on ESPN2. 2 games, 8:55 a.m. Eastern. It's Spain and South Africa. 2 Eastern time, the big one, Brazil, matching up with the United States. FIFA Confederations Cup soccer on ESPN2 tomorrow. That 3rd place game and the championship match. In the Under Armour All-America Lacrosse game, the fans have been treated to a real shooting spree at 16-13 for the South. And folks, ESPN Rise speaks to the high school athlete through aspiration, improvement, and recognition. Log on to ESPNRise.com for more info. ESPN, the worldwide leader, has been covering high school sports, Quint, for some 20 years.
There's Chris LaPierre on the left, on that cover on the left, and taking that face-off against Tyler Narr.
David Lawson was the guy on the right.
Oh my gosh, that was LaPierre.
Quick move, and as the bodies were flying, the North tallies.
LaPierre, after losing the face-off, came down the field with a vengeance. with a vengeance, but behind the play, watch 21 in white, right to left. Just bodies colliding. McKinney gets the ball out of his stick, thankfully in time. And McKinney, terrific split dodge from Niskayuna in New York. Marasco, who rides like a Syracuse attackman, and certainly he shoots like one. See no reason why he won't be a starter next year for John Desko and the two-time defending champs.
Joe's brother Matt plays lacrosse at Army and worked with a speed coach, and Joe does just the same, Quint. Just like his brother Matt did, wants to advance his quickness. He looks lightning quick to me.
Yeah, his brother Matt will be a junior at Army. I tell you, JoJo, which is Joe's nickname, is he the next number 22 at Syracuse University? I say yes. I say give him the famed 22 jersey. Marasco looks like the guy. Played varsity as an 8th grader, skipped JV entirely.
Dan Hardy vacating that number now?
You are correct, sir. You could give it to Cody Jamieson for 1 year, but Jamieson's he's a finisher inside. Marasco's the real deal. He'll be there for 4 years.
Beautiful passing combination there. Matt White to Nick O'Reilly. They've worked hand in glove all evening long.
Effective timeout for the North. Recharge their batteries and they bounce back. Finalizer move at X. You use that goal as a pick. Love the way White works his defender, and then the nice inside position established in front by Nick O'Reilly.
O'Reilly with 3 markers on the evening, set school records for career points at Southside High. A dynamic scorer, and there's just a sea of those guys on the field tonight in this Under Armour All-America game. Quint, they are playing the underclassmen games throughout this weekend. They will conclude tomorrow. A pass there off the cross of White. 16 regional teams and so many coaches on hand to scout those games. Prospects are everywhere.
Yeah, they had to go through about 3,500 athletes in local venues, and it was a good year for it, especially considering that Long Island didn't have their Empire State game tryouts this year. Here's the hustle. If he can get to this ball without stepping out, it's a good save, but he just steps over the line.
And then some track burn for Jesse Bernhardt.
Excellent high school football player, Lake Brantley High School down in North Orlando. Brother Jake plays at Maryland. Jesse played inside linebacker, actually fractured some vertebrae in his back this year playing football.
Never any fun as defender Harry Previs gets set for the next advance. South in the white jerseys, on top by 1. 9 minutes left in this high-scoring affair. Joe Beninati, Quint Kesnick, Mark Dixon on the sideline for us tonight. It's been a treat watching these players, future stars at the collegiate level. Tripucka used to play quarterback, his dad was telling us yesterday. What was that, that single wing T?
Kind of a spread type guy, special package in football season. As a basketball player, was a point scorer type.
Missing the mark, Peter Baum against A.J. Fiore. Fiore grew up in Ithaca, New York. Spent a lot of time watching games at Ithaca College and Cornell, and he's on his way to the Big Red. Wearing the red tonight. Baum on the jump shot, sails it way wide. This youngster does have some spring in his step. Been playing lacrosse since 6th grade. Doyle on the move.
Like the defense by Billy Connors. Malvern Prep, 19 red, heading to Duke. Really reminds me of a Tony McDevitt or Nick O'Hara in the body type. Not the biggest guy out there. In fact, he may be the smallest, but the good footwork, he's got that compact build.
Bounced over top of the goal, halfway just about through this 4th quarter. Mark Dixon surrounded by Tripucas.
Jake Tripucka, his father, Kelly Tripucka. Jake out of Mountain Lakes, New Jersey, heading to Duke University. You're in this game, you're intense, but you've been having a lot of fun this weekend, haven't you?
Oh, a ton of fun. The guys here are awesome. You know, you meet guys that you're going to play with for the next 4 years, and the whole event's been awesome. People here are great, so I'm glad to be a part of it.
And Kelly, you, a three-time All-American at Notre Dame, an NBA All-Star. You've been to a lot of sporting events, but how does this one stack up with what your son's experienced and what you've experienced as a fan and a parent?
Well, you know, I think this is one of the best things that they put on. For lacrosse, this is a premier event, and thanks to Corrigan and to Under Armour, I think the kids really look forward to this. They do a great job, really get the kids excited. I think the kids point to this game as seniors that you really like the opportunity to play in this game. Once they get here, I think this is an experience of a lifetime. So they do really do. Hats off to them. Both Under Armour and Corrigan Sports put on a great event.
Guys, the Trapucas are into this game. Who's going to win? Can the South break that 3-year spell?
On top 16-15. Kelly and Jake were at a dinner last night, Quint. Almost 1,200 people were hosted by Under Armour and Corrigan Sports Enterprises. There's a crease violation against the South.
Well, all I know is when I travel to Duke for games on Friday mornings, I play pickup hoops with SID Art Chase. Art's a great three-point shooter. But we got it. We got the ringer of all ringers.
Yeah, that's
Kelly
trouble.
Trapuka.
That's trouble.
I'll do all the dirty work, the defense, the loose balls. Art can shoot the three, and we'll just send Kelly inside to dominate. He's my new official basketball pickup partner at Duke.
This is a push call against the South.
Loose ball push. Nearly a push with possession. That would have been a time-serving foul.
It was Kelly telling us that Jake likes to hit, and there it was Jake Trapuka whistled for the push as the South with some get up and go here. Chris Leitner showing off his wheels. Casey makes one more. Fanshaw was on his way to the deck, didn't get the shot triggered. It's a one-goal game with 6 minutes to go in the fourth on ESPNU. That pass zipped high and off the target, intended for Connor English. Dan Wigriser to clear for the South. Right on target to LaPierre. No trouble advancing it inside the box.
You must stop his momentum before he gets going north-south. At 6'3", 221, with a head of steam, you're in trouble. You want to get out and really encroach on his space. Don't let him get momentum.
Good feed inside. No trouble for the South's Brian Casey to stick one upstairs.
No second slide for the North defense. You'll see the initial double team come from the crease. There it is, the upfield slide by Joe Fazio. Wes Jenny, he's heading to Syracuse. But he left his man without the second slide being there. That's a defense that's not really working in concert. Too easy for Brian Casey.
As he picks up his fourth. 2 times a first-team All-Metro DC area performer. To the face-off X we go with 5.5 to play. Tyler Knorr has had the upper hand there all evening long. Hakeem Leckie sprints towards it. Still unsettled. And finally it belongs to the South. Looking for some insurance. With this, the 4th Under Armour All-America Lacrosse game. LaPierre right to the cooker. He scores. Joe Beninati, Quint Kesnick, Mark Dixon with you as we are live on ESPNU from Towson University.
Seems like big number 21, Chris LaPierre, heading to Virginia, has been on the field the whole game and shows you some dexterity. The fake right here, he's going to run himself out of angle, but the big head and shoulder fake, and somehow there's a sliver of angle to the near side he carries. Earn a breather on the sideline.
LaPierre has posted 2 goals. As we wander inside, 5 minutes to go, McKinney all the way to the net.
Niskayuna, New York. Another guy going to Georgetown next year. Good wheels, quick. Ball's placed between the referee. Down and whistle. Knorr gets the inside position, but there's the wingman, McKinney. Switches hands to her right hand. Point man's not there. Sticks with it.
Dan McKinney really admired Kyle Harrison's play, the former Johns Hopkins University standout. McKinney loves the split dodge, and obviously Kyle did very well with that move as an amateur and as a pro now, playing out in Denver in Major League Lacrosse. Top of the hour time. From Towson, Maryland, it's 18-16 South. This Under Armour All-America Lacrosse game, the boys game being led by the South. The girls game earlier tonight, won by the North, and Stephanie Anderson of the North was that game's MVP. Tundo rolling back against Bernhardt, getting help from Ferguson, and a well-timed double gives the ball back to the South.
Jesse Bernhardt, Lake Brantley, Orlando, Florida. He'll play at Maryland for Dave Cottle. What a legacy of defensive studs that the Terrapins have produced in the last decade.
4 minutes cue left in quarter number 4. South team under the direction of Kevin Giblin going to slow the tempo now. Game management leading by 2 late. Murray reversing it back. Doyle, the top player in the area in terms of Maryland and DC. You mentioned him winning the Kelly Award, a very, very prestigious honor. He's inverted now. Doyle drawing 3 defenders, and the North with the easy takeaway. Carey lost it to Fanshaw. Fanshaw bounced it over the top.
Doyle playing for Gilman. 5 of their athletes selected to this Under Armour game. That's a record. Greg McBride hurt. He'll head to Carolina. Hurt his foot recently. But Gilman, the mythical national title winners, according to Inside Lacrosse magazine. A 1-loss season for Brooks Matthews.
So many of the players in this game tonight, Q, will go on to great things at the college level. Holman stripped of the ball by Carey. Fiore starts the break for the North. This year at Championship Week in 09 in Foxborough, there were 36 past Under Armour High School All-Americans on the field, a mere 19 of them for Virginia. 2.5 to play. Greeley, who is on his way for Johns Hopkins, gets stick checked on the move.
But conversely, Joe, a team who played for the national title game, a team like Cornell with very few Under Armour All-Americans. What's different about lacrosse nowadays is I see less Casey Powells, Gary Gates, Paul Rabels, but I see so many very good players. Less superstar guys, but just a ton of very good players. And guys who may not be playing in this game, who are watching this game at home, have every right to be college All-Americans and lead their team to championship weekend. I think Cornell showed that this year.
A game like this has to be tough on goalies. Nico Amato is standing by with Mark Dixon.
The Under Armour All-American out of LaSalle. He's headed to the University of Maryland. Fun night tonight, first half, and this one's going down to the wire.
Yeah, definitely. It's 2 great teams out here. Just honored to be out here playing with these guys.
You did something unusual. You cut your stick very short, and you said you did that because?
I feel like at this level and from here on out, I'm going to be seeing faster shots, stronger shots, and more accurate shots. So I figure the shorter shaft gives me a more agile/mobile.
Well, Nico, you're not going to like this one. The South just put another one up, but Nico Amato, a bright future ahead of him in College Park.